Shibuya is loud, fast, and alive 24/7. But what if I told you there's a way to stay in the middle of it all without getting swallowed up by the chaos? It happens to be just off the city center, giving you the best of both worlds. But before you book a bed here, there is something you need to know. Because while this place has a lot going for it, it might not be for everyone, but we'll get to that in just a bit. This is Hazel's Hostels, where I guide you through hostels around the world, so you know where to stay, what's worth your money, and how to make the most of your trip. Today we are going to Shibuya. Yeah, that amazingly large city center that's actually the largest area in Tokyo. I've stayed in a lot of hostels in this area, and I have to note that most don't actually last very long. It could be because of the insane amount of traffic they get, or simply renovations that they have to do in this area. But the hostel we're going to today is the long-lasted Wise Owl. Now, Shibuya proper is centered around the station and this iconic city crossing you see here. It's packed with shops, cafes, malls, you name it. So if you don't want to stay too far from all the action, that's where this hostel truly shines. While it's a bit of a walk from the station, it's surrounded by grocery stores, convenies, and even some cool parks. Plus, if you have a gym membership with a major chain, there are a few fitness centers nearby where you can work out. So how to get here is, you got choices. But I will suggest first getting to Shibuya Station. From here, you can try to find your way to the Den-en-toshi line. It's gonna be a smaller station, so do not get on the express line. It does not stop here. The reason why I say that this is harder than most is because this line isn't one of the major metro lines. So it can actually be a little bit harder for first-time travelers. However, it is the closest stopping point to the hostel. If you do happen to take the line, you're going to exit here and walk to the right. Eventually, you'll take a left here and walk down towards this road until you see the Lawsons. And then you're going to go straight across the crosswalk and the Wise Owl will be right down the street on your right. I'm not gonna lie, this really can be a harder hostel to find. I've had to do it in the dark with no phone service, and yeah, that wasn't my favorite. So truly, the suggestion that I have is to be prepared when you come. So check-in really depends on what time you arrive. During the day, it's super smooth, but at night, there was a bit of a party going on. Granted, it was Friday night, and still the process went perfect. It was just a bit rushed and a bit more chaotic. This isn't necessarily a party hostel, but it definitely has the vibe. Most of the staff here at Wise Owl specifically, they have to at least speak English and usually a little bit more interested in broader cultures. So really, no matter what language you speak, you might meet someone here that can communicate with you. It's kind of cool. Security wise, the lobby is actually pretty lax, but as far as the actual upper rooms, you have to have your key card to scan to get up there, so I'd say it's pretty safe. Wise Owl is actually a franchise, so while they have these similar features, they actually kind of have unique layouts. This one has the first floor offering a small seating lounge lobby area, a cafe, and the reception desk. Then towards the back, you have an elevator, a toilet, and the back door. Going up to the next levels, they all look pretty much the same except for the third floor, which offers a laundry. However, the showers, washrooms, toilets, and kitchen are laid out basically the exact same, with the only difference really being the bedroom spaces. They all are located in that area though. I've stayed on the 5th floor every single time, and you can only access the floor you stay on, the 3rd, and the 1st. So I couldn't get any footage of the other floors, unfortunately. But that moves us on to the lobby. Something about Wise that I really enjoy is that they kind of invite you in from the outside. because they always extend their lounging areas to the outdoors, making use of most of their space. The reception here is off to the side, and while it being small, they have tried to provide multiple seating arrangements, along with owls. They have a cafe, however, it seems to be lesser staffed and only carries a few options. No, honestly, like over the years, this has changed. I mean, here, this is back in 2018. See if you can spot the difference. Overall, this area is better suited as a chill hangout area for you and your friends. They have some spacious seating and some bar stools with a view if you're more like me. Plus, there are vending machines to the side of the stairs and the Lawsons across the street. Also, don't forget to check around the lobby sometimes. The decorations can actually be event notices in disguise. There's also a restroom towards the back, and that's where you'll find the back door, which I believe they lock the front door after midnight, so you have to come in the back door after that. Back here, you will also find the elevator, which brings us to our next point. We are going to the bedrooms. So the beds here are actually through this hallway and in this side portion of the hostel, but I will admit it's quite a maze back here. I got lost a few times. Thankfully, they do have markings on the wall if this happens. They have both styles of cabins, ones that open at the bottom and on the side, and most of them are designed the same way, with your bunk number being on the side here directing you to your pod. You'll find your pillow and blanket nicely folded, and sometimes they leave the towel, though some locations give it to you during check-in. Inside the pod, you'll most likely find a wooden lockbox with a key in your little wooden cubby, alongside plugs and a light. Sometimes, however, at this location, you'll find your plugs on the wall, and in that situation, there should be a metal locker with a key right next to your bed. Either way, I'm trying to note that here you get small storage. So prepare to have your bags tucked away in the hallway by your bed. The curtains here are blackout, but they don't really keep out all the noise. So if you're a light sleeper, definitely get earplugs from downstairs. Or bring your own, sponsored by Loop. I'm kidding. I wish. With that, let's get on to the bathrooms. The elevator pretty much dumps you right into the bathroom corridor. There are 3 types of rooms here. Washrooms, which usually have 2 sinks and a mirror area, perfect for people brushing their teeth or getting ready. They have outlets and light switches, and if you look around, you'll find the hairdryer close by. Showers are located on the other side of the hallway. Most floors have 3, and they all have a few hooks, a hanging shelf, and a wire shelf for belongings. Then inside, they have a small acrylic Japanese shower with shampoo, conditioner, and soap, and a little mirror. Then towards the back, you'll find the toilets in this room, with its own sink. And then there's a women's restroom down the hall with 2 sinks, and actually a really pretty hidden view. The toilets here are pretty baseline, with a few extra toilet paper rolls and sanitary napkins for the ladies on the back of the commode. They also have a really nice spray system. Plus, they leave the seat warmers on. And going literally right around the corner to the kitchen, it's actually just on the opposite side of the floor as the bedrooms. You just go back past all the rooms, and tucked into this little corner, you'll find a bar with a burner and some spices, oil, and napkins, going all the way to the sink, which they do ask you to wash your dishes and place them in the drying rack here. It's a really small space, but they do have a few stools here and a trash, which I find really odd since usually in Japan they have recycle bins. Strange, Over to the side here, there are some shelves where you can find more cooking utensils. And over here is where you'll find the cups, plates, and then there's a microwave. Beneath that, they'll have the mini fridge where you put your name on stuff. And oh, look at that. There's a hidden bin. I'll admit that this kitchen does not have a selling point, but it does have a view. So on the 3rd floor, you're gonna find the laundry. The only issue is there's only one. However, I did notice it was pretty much free all the time. It's right here in the hallway next to the restrooms, tucked into this closet. The instructions are in this photo, so I don't think you could really mess this up. And the machine only takes 100 yen coins. You can get detergent downstairs, especially if you're only doing one load. So with that, we are going to talk about who I think this hostel's for. Like I said in the beginning, I don't think this place is for the average vacationer, despite being in one of the most popular vacation spots of Tokyo. So with the rise of the viral Shibuya Scramble, which even the news station has cashed in on, this hostel has kind of put itself in an awkward position, with being more of a backpacker hostel in a place where backpackers don't often stay. See, most hostels end up being large rooms with 6 to 8 bunk beds, positioned close to the wall. However, this hostel features winding hallways with all sorts of twists and turns and dead ends. And that can be a huge plus or minus to people. For me, I love the unexpected, so this was really fun. But for others, this could be completely disorienting. So who could this place be for? After really thinking about this hard, I think if you're someone who is only looking to experience a night or two in Shibuya, it would be perfect, especially for women. The cool thing is that you're actually close enough to walk back to your hostel from all the popular bars and clubs. Because let's be real, this city at night, totally sketch for women. I might be regretting this, but he's definitely about to go to a club. So it's actually pretty important to have a place to go back to so you don't have to wait for the first train. And another group that I think would really vibe with this place is any backpackers heading to Mount Fuji. Seriously, this hostel is actually perfect if you're trying to catch the next train to the mountain. Now, if you're looking for just a cheap place to crash for one night, this is perfect. But it's just not the best for long stays. Simply because it's a little out of the way of everything. And yeah, there are grocery stores and there's some restaurants and things to do around. It's not exactly around anything tourists would want to go visit. So you would have to be cool with walking to the station every single day. And yeah, it's definitely a niche place, but that doesn't make it bad. The staff here are awesome. Everyone's super friendly. And like I said, if you get to chatting with them, they're often fluent in 2 or 3 languages. So that kind of helps create this really cozy, just social vibe that makes you love the space. And if this feels like it could be the right fit for you, there are some links down below for the hostel and just for some things you can do in the area. If you're thinking about going to Japan soon, don't forget to check out my other videos in this area. And if you're an avid traveler, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.